acknowledging that the capacity to sustain attention is something that unfolds gradually, through patience rather than force. You are not here to strain the mind into stillness, but to train it gently, the way strength or balance develops through consistent use. Settle the body into a posture that supports alertness and ease, feeling the contact with the surface beneath you, sensing stability without rigidity. Allow the spine to rise naturally, shoulders soft, face relaxed, hands resting easily. Let the eyes close or lower gently, signaling to the nervous system that it is safe to turn inward. Take a few natural breaths and notice how awareness is already present, quietly accompanying each inhale and exhale. Today's practice builds on this simple foundation by inviting you to remain with your chosen object of focus a little longer than before, learning how continuity of attention is cultivated moment by moment. Begin by bringing attention to the breath, letting it become your primary anchor. Notice where it is most vivid right now, perhaps the sensation of air moving at the nostrils, the rise and fall of the chest, or the gentle expansion of the belly. Choose one location and allow attention to rest there. This is not about holding the breath in the mind through effort, but about returning again and again with interest. Feel each inhale fully as it begins, unfolds, and completes itself. Feel each exhale as it releases, sensing the subtle pause that may follow before the next breath begins. See if attention can stay present for the entire cycle of one breath. That alone is enough to begin. When the next breath comes, stay again. Rather than measuring how long you can focus, simply stay interested in this breath, then this one. Concentration deepens not by thinking ahead, but by showing up fully for what is happening now. As you continue, notice how the mind naturally wanders. Thoughts, images, memories, plans, or sensations may pull attention away. This is not a problem. It is the training ground. The moment you notice that attention has drifted is the moment practice is working. Gently acknowledge the distraction without judgment and guide attention back to the breath. Do not scold the mind or congratulate it. Simply return. Each return strengthens attentional endurance, the way each repetition builds muscle. Over time, you may notice that you can remain with the breath for several cycles before wandering occurs. When this happens, resist the temptation to control or tighten attention. Let continuity remain relaxed. If you try to hold focus too tightly, tension will shorten its duration. Instead, let attention rest lightly but steadily, like a hand resting on a table rather than gripping an object. Notice the difference between tense focus and steady presence. Steady presence can endure longer without fatigue. Now begin to sense the subtle movements within attention itself. Notice how attention sometimes becomes sharper and clearer, and sometimes slightly dull or hazy. Rather than reacting, recognize these shifts early. If attention dulls, gently brighten it by feeling the breath more clearly or opening awareness slightly to include the body. If attention becomes tense, soften it by relaxing the jaw, shoulders, or belly while staying with the breath. These small adjustments allow concentration to extend naturally. You are learning to regulate attention as an ongoing process, not a fixed achievement. As minutes pass, see if you can stay with the breath through the urge to check, change, or improve the practice. Often the mind seeks stimulation, not because the breath is inadequate, but because continuity is unfamiliar. Stay anyway. Let boredom, restlessness, or impatience be known without acting on them. These states often arise when attention begins to stabilize, as old habits of seeking novelty lose momentum. By remaining present through them, you weaken their pull. Feel how these impulses manifest in the body. Is there tightening, leaning forward, agitation? Stay with the sensations. Keep breathing. Allow attention to mature. Gradually, you may notice longer stretches where the breath remains continuously present in awareness. Thoughts may still arise, but they hover at the edges rather than pulling you fully away. When this happens, simply continue. Do not analyze or label the experience. Analysis pulls attention out of continuity. Let concentration deepen on its own terms. This steady staying is the heart of extending focus over time. It is not dramatic. It is quiet and cumulative. At times, you may notice excitement or pride when focus lasts longer. Recognize these too as distractions. Gently return to the breath. Concentration grows best when it is impersonal, when it is simply the mind learning a new habit. Now, if attention breaks completely and the mind wanders for a while before you notice, return without discouragement. Extended practice does not mean never wandering. It means wandering less often and returning more quickly. Each return shortens the gap. Over time, these gaps become smaller and continuity becomes the default. This is how sustained attention is trained. Allow the breath to remain your home base, but notice how awareness of the breath can become more refined. You may feel subtler sensations, finer textures, more nuanced movement. Let this refinement happen naturally without seeking it. Greater detail can help sustain interest, which supports longer focus. At the same time, avoid chasing sensation. Stay receptive. As the session continues, notice how time may seem to pass differently. When attention is scattered, time feels fragmented. When attention is continuous, time feels smoother, sometimes even shorter. Do not cling to this. Just observe how sustained focus changes your experience. If fatigue arises, check whether effort has crept in. Soften effort without losing alertness. Let focus be buoyant rather than heavy. Sometimes it helps to imagine attention resting on the breath like a leaf floating on water, staying with the movement without sinking or flying away. Now include awareness of the body as a supportive container for extended focus. Feel posture, grounding, and balance. When attention stays longer with the breath, the body often feels more settled as well. Let this feedback loop develop. A settled body supports sustained attention, and sustained attention settles the body. If physical discomfort appears, meet it with awareness before adjusting. Sometimes the urge to move is another form of distraction. By staying present with discomfort briefly, you may find it changes or becomes manageable. If adjustment is needed, move slowly and deliberately, keeping attention connected throughout. This continuity, even during movement, strengthens concentration over time. As you practice, you may notice moments where attention feels almost effortless, as if it is held by the breath rather than holding it. These moments indicate that the mind is learning stability. Do not cling to them. Simply continue. Effortless focus grows through non-interference. Toward the latter part of the practice, reaffirm the simple intention to stay with this breath, then the next, as long as you can. Not forever, just now. When distractions arise, return. When attention holds, remain. This simple repetition is the training. There is no shortcut. There is also no failure. Each moment you practice is contributing to longer, steadier attention in the future. Before concluding, reflect gently on the fact that concentration is not an isolated skill. The ability to stay with the breath here directly supports your ability to stay with tasks, conversations, and experiences in daily life. Each time you return to focus here, you are shaping the mind toward clarity and resilience. Now allow awareness to widen slightly, including the body and surrounding space, while maintaining contact with the breath. Feel how attention can remain continuous even as awareness broadens. When you are ready, begin to transition out of the practice, not by abandoning focus, but by carrying it forward. Gently open the eyes or move the body, staying present. Know that sustained attention is built the same way every time.